morning, and let me start by saying I'm extremely honored to be here today with you all. And the mood which is so palpable energizes me. So thank you very much, Madam Principal, Vice Chancellor of Delhi University, and also the Governor of the Chairman of the governing body. And it's such a inspirational start when you see energetic students before you. So thank you very much for being here in this number. Today is National Voters' Day. And that's because this is the day when, in 1950, the Election Commission was formed. Why is it important? It's because when you're talking about Vikasit Bharat and when you're talking about empowering youth for it, the country needs to have that kind of a democracy where duty is taken as a good virtue rather than be looked at with a scorn saying, oh God, who's talking about this now? My rights are more important. So, duty is something which all of us will have to feel and feel for. And I'm actually happy that the Election Commission has started an awareness campaign on this day, and probably it will continue for some more days or probably a couple of weeks, for building awareness, for building consciousness about why we need to vote and also to register as a voter. And I'm sure many of you all are going to be first-time voters. So it's important, and they've taken this one-line motto, if you want to call it, my vote, my duty. I am glad that they've said. It would have been easy to say, my vote, my right. It is certainly a right as a citizen of this country, once you're eligible to vote. But it is more appropriate, particularly given the fact that we're looking at 2047 as a developed India, Vikasit India. We now should take every vote as our duty to vote and ensure that you're not going to take it as an off day, holiday, picnic day, going away with the family day, and who'll sweat it out standing in a queue before the polling booth day. No, it has to be, I will go cast my vote and I will choose that leader in my constituency who's going to be dedicated for this country. So be sure that you're choosing the right person. So I start with that because today is a very important day. But more important, I would think, is the fact that Hindu College is now going to be 125 years older than the Delhi University. Gives you a bit more of a right to talk up to the Vice Chancellor to say, hey, listen to us. And also, your parliament is older than the national parliament, which is what the speaker said. So in every way, you're going to be the wise, old, young population. And I think that's a very strong point to stand up and have this, as was said by your chairman, was it, or principal, have this strategic dialogue. The strategic dialogue about empowering youth for a Vikasit Bharat. So you have a bigger, greater role to play. One, to set the agenda, to play the role yourself and be the messenger for students all over the country. And I'm not setting a new responsibility on you, but a wonderful history that your college has had. I think it is now on your shoulder to replay that role. what kind of people have passed through these college corridors. Of course, 3 of them are my own colleagues. Hardeep Puri, Meenakshi Lekhi, Rao Inderjeet Singh. And of course you have them all in every walk of life. Sports, you have your Gambhir. And for those of us, the chairman governing body mentioned about South, North and Hindi, non-Hindi. Manoj Kumar used to be that one person who's acting, who's singing, who's whatever, used to be shown during Independence Day, during Republic Day in the South, because that was the only set of patriotic Hindi songs we could hear. So he's from your college, isn't he? So you actually have so many great people, inclusive of the chairman of your governing board, who have all been, educated in this institution. Great diplomats, great journalists, have all come through these portals. I was very impressed when I read that, was it the rector of this college or warden of one of your hostels? Warden. Who had silently kept Chandrasekhar Azad, although he was staying here incognito. And the story doesn't end there. He was pulled up, he was taken to task, he probably even was put to jail for having kept him here. People dared the British government from here. Several meetings were held as to what India would do once it gets its independence in Hindu College. So even with the British around, what is now, of course, popularly, not so popularly called as Macaulaysm, which is not new to us or only unique to India. If I can recall, even countries like Singapore have an equivalent for Macaulaysm. I think it's called Pinkerton syndrome or something in Singapore. That you want to have the English language, no doubt. But you don't want that formula of education here. You want a formula of education which will be very rooted in India. And the founding members of this college established this college in 1899 as a counter to that Macaulaysm. Look at the foresight. Amazing foresight. And it is because of that, people who are grounded in Indian value systems, who felt for the nation, and who really wanted India to be unique in its own way, but yet be at par with the countries abroad, had a wonderful blend of infusing Indian values, thinking for the country, putting the country before us, but yet taking the education which has been given to us. That kind of a blending can be done only by college managements which understand what role education plays in the so-called man or person making process, which is required for every country. When you go abroad, like many of the references made here, they seek Indian students. They want Indian graduates. You have the same set of skills like many others, some even better